Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to your live exclusive tarot report. This is the Peace Dealer on a very monumental Aquarius season. I told myself I wouldn't pull up the natal chart. I told myself I wouldn't pull up the astrology. Well, I lied to myself. Look at this glorious transit right here. Look at this ephemeral, glorious celestial transit that is occurring right now. Look at this celestial brilliance. Look at all this Aquarius. Look, this signal call is being activated to take over our very world. I mean, Aquarians are awakening throughout all of the planet, and it is so not terrifying in any way at all. And they're totally not planning world domination. And they totally haven't been planning world domination this whole time, and now they can actually act upon it. That is totally not what's happening. We have a brand new Aquarian cycle, and it is as weird as how it sounds. So that's going to be the theme of this tarot reading. Normally, I'll do like a general romance and career, but I have a feeling that this tarot reading is going to be like using a Pokemon, and you don't have the badge to have earned its respect. So Aquarius is very unpredictable, and I think we're just going to get the readings that Aquarius wants us to know. Okay, for my experience out there, comment tarot in the comments if you've experienced this. But you ever want to do a reading with the cards, and the cards is like, no, this is what we talking about. And you shuffle it again, and it's like, I don't want to talk about that. And the card's like, no, we are talking about this. And it's like, okay, it's like, this is totally not what I was inquiring about, but you're very adamant on showing me this. Comment tarot if you've experienced that. You have to read tarot for a bit to notice these dynamics. I said what I said. If you ever had your own tarot deck just call you out and just read you to filth? Like, excuse me, tarot, I didn't ask you about this. We are not talking about this. Okay, you start wondering, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I did not ask you to expose me right now. I want to know if my ex is coming back into my life. I want to know if this person I've never met, we're going to have a relationship. Tell me right now. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. And, with this new cycle of Aquarius, there's just so many new themes. And we're just going to do 3 Celtic spread readings. We're not going to really put a label on it. Aquarius gets very finicky when you try and put a label on them. They're like, I can't be labeled. So that this tarot reading is already coming off very extraordinary. Have I peeped the latest tea? I'm not sure. There's so much that's circulating. I'm not sure which tea is tea. Really great question. Have you peeped? Okay, you're probably asking rhetorically too. What if you have no Aquarius in your chart? Aries, Sun, Moon. Great question, Roxanne. This Aquarius is still in your chart. So if you know where your rising sign is, you still have Aquarius in a house, and that empty space is actually being activated by these circumstances. And it's still going to represent. Really great question. For example, as a Taurus rising, I have nothing in Virgo. I have nothing in Libra. I have nothing in Scorpio. I only have the South Node in Leo and Pluto in Scorpio. So I just be looking goofy as hell when I'm out social, because these are the social signs, and I don't really understand social cues. But even though it's empty, other Virgos and Scorpio become my Virgo. It's like I can see through them. They're the plug to my house. So even though you have no Aquarius, anyone who is around you that has Aqua, Sun, Moon, or Rising, that's 11th house from your Aries Sun in the house. They're your plug, and you're their Aries plug. Anyone who doesn't have Aries in their chart, you're going to be their original, and you got the Sun and Moon. You're going to put them on in wherever house that's in. So this is a way of astrology I really want to teach. But as an Aquarius, I'm upset at an Aquarius YouTuber. She's saying astrology is witchcraft. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. I be hating when the Aquarians and the Pisces just start going like sleeper cell agent. I can understand Taurus just, Taurus and Virgo just saying something is witchcraft and giving their life to God. But Aquarius, I know you be feeling that too. Aquarius and Pisces, I almost expected. Aquarius, I just be like, you too? You're Aquarius, you're the one person that when people be on that shit, I be looking up like, they don't even know. And Aquarius be like, they don't even know. So when I look at you and it's like, what? What? No. Aquarius, not you. Not you. But it's also not surprising. Shout out to the Gemini plugs. Yeah. I really like those dynamics because people who don't have Gemini placements usually will have a placement I don't have, and then we can kind of like build. But yeah, I do have to give you a disclosure. All right, that's why I wanted to kind of cop out and show you this Aquarian planet. Mercury is on Hades right now. Okay, you see where the moon is like right next to Hades? This is not going to be your average tarot reading. If you've seen me perform cartomancy before, or what some people are calling witchcraft or the devil, you know that we don't play around here. Plus, this deck was gifted to me by a literal goddess, Forest Fairy Tarot. All right, so there's even more power that's coming through here. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. After you finish this tarot reading, a sequence of events are going to occur with you instantly. We already have 77 people watching on YouTube and about 9 to 10 on Instagram, which is more than enough of capacity, meaning in any space that we're in, and we have at least one of every zodiac sign of the sun or moon, we are exponentially multiplying energy. You can call that a theory, but you have, at this case, with 81 people watching and maybe 7 or 9, we could assume that there is at least one of every sun sign right now, and then one of every moon sign, 24. What are the odds of that? We don't know, but the odds would probably be low. So, as far as multiplying and amplifying intention, the whole point behind that is doing this right now. We're going to be tuning in to this diabolical Hades energy. Now, let me tell you something. On the scale of just, effery, you have anywhere from a nothing burger to diabolical. All right. Once we reach Scorpio, we pass concerning, right? We have nothing burger, not that serious, mid, concerning, and diabolical. Scorpio approaches diabolical, coming from concerning. And then Capricorn is just capped out at diabolical. Once we get to Aquarius, it is outside the range of diabolical. This is before Pisces, which is far beyond diabolical, and you should run away from. If you are ever aware you're even in its vicinity, even though you can't really run away from Pisces, I actually wish I was joking. So we are outside diabolical here. And Hades. As soon as Hades entered Aquarius, a United Healthcare CEO was ceremoniously assassinated. And AI, AI started to just develop way quicker than we would have ever expected it to, as it's just starting to really, I don't know, I'm trying to make this sound suspenseful. So this reading, I feel like, is going to have somewhat of an alien dark theme to it, like a horror movie, but alien. So maybe like Alien versus Predator. I don't know. But yeah. I don't want to say the energy is very volatile, but I would leave this live if you may not necessarily want something to, it's hard to put into words, but I feel like if you watch this live reading, if you watch these tarot card readings, because you're watching it with all the people you're watching it with, and because of the intensity of this energy, the ripple effects of causality, look, I'm just freestyling here. I don't know if that's what's actually happening, but just flow with me. The ripple effects of causality may actually affect your reality that you're viewing this from. And if you're watching this, what is your new moon intention? What is your new moon intention? Aquarius, we're going to do the new moon ceremony tomorrow, but Aquarius is actively bringing in the completion of everything we activated late March, April. So what do you know you are achieving? What do you know you intend to receive? Who do you know you have become? These are intentions that I would suggest you keep on your mind, because any subconscious doubt may kind of just explode and manifest out of control. I wouldn't watch this tarot report if your mind is very stressed out right now. And if you're not because the reading won't tell you what you don't want to hear or want to hear, but the Aquarius is a frequency. It's not like something you may audibly hear, as much as like a quality of energy that's going to strengthen. And I do have the feeling that Hades is going to troll during this reading. I don't know why. Aquarius is the trickster. We're putting the Lord of the Underworld in the sign of the trickster. This is the first reading we're doing here. Just prepare. Maybe it'll be a regular reading. I doubt that, but that's it. I'm not trying to really draw this out, but this entire tarot report is a ritual. Because we're doing this on the new moon, I didn't intend it for that, but seeing Mercury on Pluto, I'm realizing right now, just be very mindful of your intentions. You're effectively in a portal, and you can set as many intentions as you want. There's 100 people on YouTube right now, so we're literally a magic grab pot for just like whatever you want to leave with, right? And let's set the intention right now for everyone else's intention leaving this broadcast to come true immediately and instantly. So with that, right, I want you to listen to this reading as you know your true self, yourself right now, your higher self, your full self to be, right? The present, past, and future you. Who is this being? That's who I feel Aquarius is reading to. I'm going to be completely honest. I really feel like Hades may attempt to troll us during this reading. So if it goes left field and the reading gets very dark, that's just Hades. Don't mind it. All right. So we're just going to do 3 separate readings. Aquarius doesn't like to be labeled, because if I do a romance reading, Aquarius is going to take this to another. It may not even look like romance. So we're just going to do 3 readings. In fact, if we do a romance, Aquarius is going to be like, who's catching feelings? My bad. That's a very stereotypical joke about Aquarius that is totally not true, because Aquarians totally have emotions and they totally process feelings, and they're definitely not robots. And the Aquarians are human beings, just like Aquarians are human beings, just like us, who feel emotions and normal things. Yeah, totally. Most definitely. And it just does not service to dehumanize them and think that they're some sort of gods from another dimension. Okay, let us be real here. Okay. All right. That being said, we're going to do the pick a card reading on Thursday. So this is going to be an exclusive tarot report. This is going to be the first reading. I haven't seen what the card is. You're going to see it with me. Shout out to Spiritual Dr. Afi. Shout out to all y'all on Instagram. Once again, I'm about to start this reading. So please, I feel like I'm obligated to give you this disclaimer. Right now, the 100+ people on YouTube and Instagram, we have set the intention that during this reading, that's going to function as a collective intention ceremony. Everything that you're wishing for, everything you know you want to experience and to be, just keep that on your mind. And everyone else has set the intention that your intention comes true. So you're welcome to do that too. If you haven't, that will get you in the door. And once we start this reading, it's going to begin. So right after this broadcast, within the next like 2 to 14 hours, it's like getting Olympia. It's like if you get Olympia, it's not like things have to change overnight, but sometimes things change overnight because you cleared energy or you resolved something that you didn't realize had a bigger effect in your consciousness. All right. Or nothing may happen to you, but All right, you ready? All right. Underlying theme here is the Eight of Cups. All right. This is the first transmission. The Eight of Cups is a perilous journey. No, it's a job well done. The Eight of Cups is leaving emotional investments behind. This is like moving away from a town you grew up in. This is like leaving a business you basically built from the ground up. There's a somber feeling here. This is the underlying theme. There are behaviors, there are people, there are probably places, there's BS. You are effectively walking away from anything that really doesn't serve you. And the whole thing about this is some of you may feel like you've put in effort and emotion towards something that maybe hasn't worked out the way you've wanted, or you just feel like it's time to move on from, like a relationship, right? This is thank you, Giselle. This is also Saturn in Pisces. So this is what this is talking about. Saturn in Pisces through this Noah's Ark ride that is having you depart, and as God wishes to separate you from the world. After the 8 is the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, satisfaction and fulfillment. So this is also going on a metaphorical or physical spirit journey. Your soul may be calling some of you to a separate place from where you are, or a mental journey, so you can find satisfaction within yourself. So you can find deeper parts of your soul. So this is the underlying theme. I'm just picking up right now that some of you may hear a call in the form of a whisper. You may hear something that no one else hears but you, in order to go to a sacred place. That sacred place for you could be the bathroom stall of a McDonald's down your street. So it's not that it has to be sacred in an objective sense. It's what is being sacred. All right. It could be you at a Denny's eating a pancake, or at a bar drinking a Kool-Aid. Wow. You did that. I was going to say a Corona, but okay. So what is the main lesson? What is the main mission of this reading? What is the main goal of this reading? First and foremost, let me remember to do this. For those of you who would like a tarot card of your own, you are welcome to join the queue. After we do 3 of these readings, I will, of course, do the live readings. Yeah. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Hades. Let's just do this reading. Hades, awaken us this reading. You're going to take it there. No, yeah, I can already feel it. It's like, no, peace dealer. No, we're going for broke this time. Oh, God. Okay, all right. Main lesson. Oh, already. Oh, wow. I knew it was going to be some shiesty shit. No. Oh, my God. Look at this. Moon in Aquarius. Someone is getting exposed. Now, this could also be you getting ready to expose somebody else. This is crazy. Some of you are having to sneak away in the night. Some of you might be going ghost in a relationship too. Like people, the 7 of Swords, I get the feeling like some people are going to wake up and you're just not going to be there. Hades, I desperately begged you right now. You were on timing from the first card. I knew once I saw the 8 of Cups, I'm like, okay, here we go. And the moon is in Aquarius. So we have literal contextual. This is Saturn in Pisces. This is moon in Aquarius. You really can't make this up. Right off the goddamn bat, y'all. Right off the goddamn bat. Now, we need context for this 7 of Swords, whether this means a filthy scumbag that's being exposed, or whether this is strategic movement that might actually work towards your benefit. Because the main lesson here is, not playing your hand, not letting other people know what is in your hand. Okay. Making actions discreetly. And if it is someone moving sneakily, coming into direct insight about that. This almost looks like revelation about what has been done, but we're going to see if that's really. So what's the challenge? The challenge we have here is literally Hades. This is literally Pluto. I'm done. I'm fucking done. This is ridiculous, yo. Hades, I asked you politely. I asked you politely. This is literally DJ Academics getting dragged right now. And he's on his live like, hey, even though most of y'all reaching, like, I understand this is my karma. I'm paraphrasing. What is this? This is Pluto. This is the moon in Aquarius, right? Look at the chart. We have literally Pluto and the moon in Aquarius. So judgment is kind of crazy because if there is someone moving sneakily, the judgment could be like it being fully exposed, like things that were hidden and they thought they can get away with getting fully exposed. Now, what this also looks like, which we're going to get more insight on, you look like you escaped Judgment Day. The Seven of Swords could be you escaping judgment. And when I say escaping judgment, it's like sneaking out of a town that a whirlwind is going to completely destroy. And people may have called you crazy for building an ark, and you just kind of did it anyway. And it's like, but now I think there's even deeper layers to this. Judgment could be you playing this card, right? Because the challenge for judgment is accepting the call, right? Whether this is being exposed or you're uncovering your destiny. I feel like some of you are, doing the destiny you're meant to do, even if, it could get you killed. Something that I really pick up from this is the New Testament story. I don't remember in what book, maybe Acts, but like Apostle Paul, when he was Saul and had became Paul, he had to sneak away from the town in a basket because they were going to kill him. They were going to murder him. You can do a super sticker as long as it's in the minimum. I totally got you. And should I do a super sticker for a pool? Oh, yes. Honestly, please remember, if certain people's live readings resonate with you, you can claim that as well. But Giselle, I would be very interested to see what we pull with you. If you remember the Apostle Paul being snuck away in a basket because he had switched sides and became a Christian after seeing Jesus, and his whole life purpose was awakened. Like, this dude was literally on a mission to murk Christians because he really felt like they were blaspheming his Lord Yahweh. And then boom, in a total sequence of events that really can only be believed if we take the word of this hypothetical figure who we don't know if historicity really exists for, he saw Jesus. Okay, and he suddenly just stopped being Saul. Jesus was like, why are you murking my people? Why are you hurting me? And then Saul became Paul. And then, of course, people were like, Paul, you switched up on the gang? And they were ready to murk this man. But God had a plan. And Paul snuck away in a basket, I think, out of Damascus or to Damascus. And boom, we have certain, so I feel like this could be a vibe around it. We'll see. This is like, do you understand that I'm being embarrassingly trolled right now? You literally heard me cry to Hades, and Hades is like, nope, here I am, judgment call. Like, how do you show up on the second card? I thought we can dodge the draft. You feel me? Like, this could even be dodging the draft. That's the thing. The challenge is, if you're not ready to take accountability, and it's less about accountability and more acceptance. If your inability to accept the call that may, with you being called out or a destiny call, is gonna really affect how well you can maneuver. So the Seven of Swords is definitely moving strategically. It's definitely not letting people play, not playing your hand. And I'm glad we're doing this while the moon. Thank you, Allison. This is freakishly accurate. This is insane. I really listen. This is why I gave this disclaimer. Like this isn't our average reading. I'm performing cartomancy, so that takes into conjunction the energy in the air, I use the stars to kind of help me look at that, and that lets me know how diabolical. Okay, Lover's card now. Let's see what is the foundation of this. Thank you. I got you. I got both of you, Linda and Giselle. Beautiful. Shy. All right. All right, y'all. So shout out to Dove Visions. Thank you. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever felt it that heavy. All right. So what's the foundation of this reading? We have the Queen of Pentacles, very diabolical, because she's really just chilling, counting her coin while all this is going on. It's almost as if she's getting paid off of it. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is a very powerful position. It's like being a Libra rising and having Capricorn in your fourth house. It's very pronounced because now we know that you're making very executive moves and you're managing things very executively. It's like you may look very sneaky, but you literally have the master plan. This could also be a spy being sent from the queen or someone spying on the queen, but look at how content she looks. She looked like she knows everything that's going down. Like, tell me this is not the most diabolical smile. Like, imagine you start a movie off and it's like, oh, and then you come out and it's like, oh, right? So it's like, what is really going on? And some of you really have it on lock within. Like you have everything organized. All right. This is also great wealth. It's very solid advice and control, I think. The King of Pentacles would have been a version of this that would be more forward moving and, you know, more focused on like land and property bot. But I mean, we need more context. So let's see what the past is. The past is this Knight of Swords, which is very devious because we could look at the Knight of Swords like this, where now the Knight is being sent after this, but the Knight of Swords comes in this past position. So it's if anything, this does look like a spy. It does look like the queen is sending scouts, a literal knight to I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to need more context. Knight of Swords in the past position is talking about gaining information from a courier, from a messenger, previously, recently. It's also representing you declaring insight or messages, going on a short trip. It's coming into information rapidly and intellectually. But I would also say maybe you may have leaped to the right conclusion, because I get a sense this may represent more of your mental state, meaning that there's a previous insight or decision that is influencing, obviously, your current action. Even seeing the look on the horse, the urgent look on the horse, because the Knight of Swords rushes in hastily. Unlike the Knight of Pentacles, this is Gemini, by the way. Unlike the Knight of Pentacles, that like really analyzes their surroundings, thus moving a bit slower. But you know, sometimes it works for Gemini. This I feel like is less about the sign and more about this flow of information. So we're gonna kind of open the interpretation of what this could mean, because this would look hasty, but seeing that it's backed by the Queen of Pentacles, this is well planned. Whatever you're doing is very well planned, and you have already struck. You've already kind of drew first blood, let's say. But let's get more context. What's the crown to this reading? We do have the World. Okay, now the World adds literally an entire universe of gravity to the context of this reading. letting us know that this is definitely not only very important, but it's now bringing in quite literally everything. Look back to the moon in Gemini. I do like that too. That is very true, which could have spurred this current action. And I really also like the world, because now this is bringing in completion and fulfillment, where everything that you're working towards is post-graduation. And that's what really brings back into context. Like, this is Saturn, as we understand here. This could be you getting ready to walk towards completion. But now seeing that the world is the outlook here, you're playing for keeps. Not that it's a game or you're playing, but this is bringing quite literally everything you have ever uncovered, learned, discovered, and achieved that is a part of this judgment call and awakening, right? And this could really represent coming into accomplishments that you're going to keep under wraps. Like, I think there's certain elements here you're actively moving strategically with. Let's see what may come up as a result of that. All right, actually, all right, so everything up until this point. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, guys, we need to collaborate. Aquarius is all about joining forces. Y'all need to help me read this reading, because I feel like I'm being trolled right now, and this kind of looks diabolical. Tell me why. Remember, you see this diabolical smile where you have everything planned out within, right? Why is look at her face? Why is the world making the same face? What is this unison of understanding? It looks like your higher self, like somebody knows everything that's going to happen. So whatever is happening is all according to somebody's plan. And that just looks diabolical to me. I don't know why. This could even be you, which is probably why you're moving forward strategically. Like, the Seven of Swords does not look shook. Okay. As above, so below. Let's go. It has all worked out, right? There's some behind the scenes actions here. And I feel like this is going to bring everything full circle. All right. The only thing I don't understand right now is the direction that this night is moving towards. But we're about to gain that context, because the next card we're going to do is the very next step. What's the very next step? What is the future? So we're going to do the next step, and then the last card is the outcome. Oh my God. I'm literally taking my cousins on a secret trip to Vegas, and I'm paying for everything, and I haven't told them. That makes sense. So that would make sense. You planned the trip. Okay, that's beautiful. There's movements that I should be doing, but simply push it off with calmness. Secrets about Antarctica. Like, it's a powerful range. All right, so let's see, what's the next step? Now that we've established all of this, what is the very next step for us? And we have the moon, Pisces. And of course, after Aquarius is Pisces season. So this is going to be a ridiculous rabbit hole. This is going to be all through the rest of Aquarius season and leading up into Pisces season. The moon card is full on Doctor Strange. So I'm going to just be completely honest. The moon card is the ancient one pushing your soul out your body. And now, before you know it, you're doing spells that completely like change the way you believe about everything. So I need to, for context, show you Pisces, Saturn, Neptune, Venus, soon a North Node. So like, this is going to revisit the nature of our relationship with our unconscious and subconscious minds, and certain reflections that alter what you perceive externally. This is going to dispel. And that's the beautiful thing. Judgment is going to dispel a lot of what you believed was just in your head, was just an illusion, was a delusion. It's going to help you see clear into what's really just subconscious fear barking out at you versus supernatural psychic ability that you are actively mastering, especially relative to like dream recall and being able to interpret your dreams. So this is a very interesting position. I'm getting soul resurrection here. We have closed eyes, we have closed eyes, we have closed eyes. If anything, it's like you're locking in. So we have a very internal message here, and I feel like the moon card is not, if we got the sun card, this would be everything coming out in the clear and open, lots of joy. The moon card is deeply internal. So it's like entering a mirror dimension. And you're definitely going to get, I feel like for so many of you, there's a language in your soul you've been struggling to understand, but have always understood at the same time, which is really weird. And like you're at a complete level getting ready to fully unlock this and fully understand it in a way you never understood before. The moon card is also above and beyond. You can click the description box below. You'll see my PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, and then you can join the queue. Or you could also use a super chat here. But yeah, seek sacred mirror. This is also the upcoming moon in Pisces transit. So the next step is literally the moon going into Pisces. That's going to really breadcrumb us or prepare us for actual Pisces season. This is going to stretch your imagination because some people who don't perceive the supernatural may attribute a lot of things to just coincidences. So you're going to experience deeply subjective experiences that objectively won't make sense to other people, but will establish its own system of magic to you. All right. It's like an inner world that's going to be clearer than ever and awakened than ever. And that's why we balance this subjective reality with the objective reality around us that may also just be a larger subjective. I really don't know. So the moon card, though, is really uncovering a deeper layer around your capacity of reflecting the supernatural qualities, powers, abilities from your soul and not getting lost in the illusion of fear, but allowing yourself to accept these reflections. I'm getting very powerfully. It may feel like you started tripping on LSD, but you're sober. So like, and then if you try and like explain it to people reasonably, they're not going to know what you're talking about because this is, you know, the divine's way of communicating with you or only you. All right. This is why this induces delusion. There's no way it's not going to be delusional because this is now incorporating your own imagination to augment over this living reality. Especially with the moon, this can also represent walking your own path and not doing things the way that society expects you to do them. That may also be a very significant theme that you begin to unlock and uncover here, especially with the freedom, the liberation that the world will open up. So who are you showing up as? We have the Strength card. You are very grounded in your passions. And what I think is very deep here is now this gives considerable more context to what you're moving strategically with. Strength could be a creative project that you're not letting people know you're about to put out because you don't want your ideas stolen. This could be like going to an amusement park. But strength is all about enjoying your fun and mastering your lust. So the Knight of Swords is really leaping towards there. You should, especially for the woman watching, you showing up as the strength figure is mastering your own sexual energy, regardless of if you're a man or woman. But for those of you who are a woman, you know, you're activating. This is Leo. You're activating this goddess energy, right? But that infinity is this like limitless source of energy towards everything you love. So you're más fuerte. You're very strong. You're very, very strong. And the energy or the theme that's around you with the Four of Swords is, yeah, a lot of you might be just sleeping on it, right? Like, you can't do too much too soon. So maybe some of you may just be kind of resting on certain ideas. It's also very chill. Once again, the eyes being shut. This is very diabolical. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. I feel like someone doesn't even know that someone is manifesting them. That's really the vibe I get here. It's like someone, it's like stranger than fiction. It's like someone is being completely manifested, and the person who's doing the manifesting is seeing the bridge of incidents, and they're like, oh, it's happening. But the person being manifested is like, what the fuck? My whole life is changed. Like, what's going on? And like, they're completely clueless to the fact that someone is literally manifesting them in their life. Like, oh, you don't even know this is going to be the greatest thing ever. Like, what? That's just a scenario. That's just a scenario. But yeah, the Four of Swords is very chill. It's like there's this passion, but you have room to rest, restore yourself, especially with this moon, right? Because this is a soul journey. And remember, guys, Stranger Than Fiction is a classic. Remember, guys, look at this. Look at the underlying theme with the moon. Some of you are ready to really go on this internal soldiers. Oh, I just picked up a powerful channel. I also feel like some of you may have unconsciously been, I won't say blocking yourself, but like, you may have unconsciously been compromising towards stuff. Shout out to Akash, towards some stuff, and thank you, Ethereal Base, towards some stuff that you know is beneath you, but because everyone is doing it, right? It's like you might compromise in some cases, right? And the Eight of Cups in the Moon card is like, you know that if you stick 100% to your standards, it might isolate you completely. You might, let's use like a store for an example. Like you don't sell bullshit, but that's a lot of what's in the market. And you just started to feel like it's just not worth it. And you just decided to sell rare quality at a premium price. And you understand that in doing that, you may alienate a large part of a customer base that only wanted you for bullshit. Like they weren't really interested in the quality. Like they wanted the chum that everyone was being fed. So it's like you may feel more lonely, but it's not that you feel lonely. It's like it may feel like opportunities are cut off from you because you're not necessarily investing in bullshit that maybe is popular, right? But this moon card is actually your journey towards cultivating and curating your own value and really stepping into what you really want. And that's that decision you're stepping into. It's like, there's a better way I can explain this, but it's like, even in relationships, like definitely refusing to settle. I think that's another thing. Definitely refusing to settle. The journey is the mastery. Absolutely. Oh, snap. Hachuzi. All right. So the guidance that we have for this reading. What is the guidance? What is the advice? We have the Fool card. Holy shit, I cannot make this up. The Fool card is literally talking about take that leap of faith. Because in the moon, you see a vision that no one else can see, but you don't get an ETA. You're not seeing a clear, defined ending. it's like, will I even make it out of here if I go through here? So many people feel I'm fucking delusional for even taking this unconventional route in the first place. Like, is this even worth it? This may be a struggle for those of you who want a guarantee when you never know when it's going to pop off for you. I just saw DJ Academics talk about this right now. He was giving advice to someone who's in their late 20s. And it's like, you know, is it still worth it to do it? And a lot of the things is, he set a bar too. Basically, if you're doing work behind the scenes, there are people pushing 70 who are making like hundreds of millions of dollars off of something you've never seen them perform or do physically. So there's no age limit for behind the scenes. If you're wanting to be a star, right, in front of the camera, this is where, if you go by conventional traditions and what's expected, you may be shortchanging yourself because you're stepping into something that has never been done, thus innovating it. So people are going to say you're fucking delusional. Like, there's nobody who's at your age who's doing what you're wanting to do. And that's actually what's going to break you through into crazy success, especially because no one else is really doing that. All right. And regardless, the Fool card is saying take that leap of faith before you have the certainty, and to keep your mind open, because this path you're continuing to traverse on quite literally has no prior precedent and will require you not really being limited in your thinking. So this is a brand new adventure. So now this lets me know this left motion is really the direction that could, I think, to other people feel like you're going backwards, but you're actually innovating the fucking game in front of everyone's eyes before they even know. Okay. And see, even the queen looking to her left, it's like you would think you want to move this way, but she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows how valuable her product is now and in future. She knows she's going to get everything it's worth. And she's already headed in that direction, which could look sneaky but strategic, right? Not letting people know all your ideas that they may be quote unquote inspired by and just outright jack. And not playing your full hand. So I really like this message. The moon card could be going left too. The moon card can really change your perspective about things, but it's literally saying to prepare to. So if you get pulled to take a leap of faith, take that leap of faith, even though it's going to be less about where it's headed versus what you are illuminating through each path of that yellow brick road. And what's the outcome? Please don't let us down. Not that tarot cards can let you down or not, because you make the decision. All right. Don't let us down, please. This is a fire reading. This is the troll. This is okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. W. Evolution, baby. The wheels of fate are shifting towards your fortune. Fortuna could be a B word, where at the height of your fortune, the wheel turns and you lose everything. But this is talking about you taking that leap of faith and you hitting the fucking jackpot, my friend. Cha-ching! So walk away. Walk away from what is still weighing you down emotionally. Angelica, thank you so much for tuning in. This first reading is so goated. This is fire, guys. Mind you, the Fool is saying to take nothing with you. It's not saying to bring your luggage. It's not saying to bring your trauma from a past relationship. It's not saying to bring all of the gadgets that weigh so many pounds. This is just a stick with probably just like, who knows? I wouldn't even say there are clothes in here. You're going on this adventure with your Pikachu, even though you caught Pokemon in a previous region. It's time to traverse a brand new saga and season. And you're going to take this leap of faith and you're going to hit the jackpot. The Wheel of Fortune is going to ride you forward, expand and evolve you. Which, with the influence of the moon, will feel like dreams becoming reality. It's going to take something that doesn't really look possible right now, but that you dream, you can feel very powerfully, and you're going to be getting expanded. So first reading, boom, that was legit, y'all. That was goddamn legit. Finally, some news my heart could breathe. Remember, we're 184 strong. So if you've just joined since we started the first reading, this is also a ritual. This reading we're doing, we had a disclaimer because you're not going to leave this live the same. Like, something very unexpected is going to occur within the first few hours, is what I'm claiming. And with this first reading alone, I can see it. But we didn't pull the Tower card yet. But you know, what could be an example of a Pikachu, a Pokemon overall? The metaphorical representation of a Pikachu is a pet, or anything that you travel along as a companion, even if it's an inanimate object like your smartphone. But a lot of people don't know that pets are actually the pre-evolved form of Pokemon, and Pokemon actually have always existed. The government has just hidden them from you, and they've just slapped different labels over their genetics. But they're going to awaken supernatural powers to conduct electricity, and some of them already have superpowers. And so the creators of Pokemon were already ahead of their time. And that may be 99% a complete conspiracy theory, but I really do believe that pets and animals are actually Pokemon. And just like listen to me, I am that crazy. And just like we're going to awaken superpowers, animals are, and maybe we might have Pokeballs one day. I don't think we'll ever get that far, but we are going to see this evolution where your cat is more conscious, your dog is way more conscious. You know how to speak more practically. This is a gradual evolution, and heck, it is what it is. Now, this is also a very preposterous and probably retarded idea that I should probably be embarrassed for even saying out my mouth. But I do believe that we are looking. The animals are the pre-evolved form of Pokemon. I know. In fact, I believe that if you have pets right now, they have psychic abilities that some of you actually, and some of you know that your pets have psychic abilities. Some of you are having telepathic conversations with your parrots, and then the parrots are pulling receipts. That's weird. You're weird. I'm going to be honest. You're weird. Stop trying to make that shit look normal. Stop trying to make that shit look normal. Y'all do that shit so casually, it throws me off every time. It's like, oh, wow, your dog totally knew I was. How did your dog know that? Y'all need to really chill. I don't understand how you can just pass that off like it is just a regular occurrence that you were able to get your own bird to spy on your neighbors and to be like, yeah, they were talking about you. I knew they were talking. Like, what? Hold on, Eliza Thornberry. How did you even pull this out? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And then y'all will just casually tell people, oh, yeah, my dog told me this. Like, it's normal for you to be talking to your pets. Please stop. Please. And you be right sometimes. So I can't even say you're crazy. That doesn't make any sense. And stop trying to act like it makes sense, please. Okay? My brain can only take so much. This is why I have to avoid Pisces, because they don't even be trying to hide it. It is what it is. All right. We're going to do the next reading. Like I said before, we're going to go a little deeper. So this is the romance reading, but Aquarius doesn't like labels, right? Shout out to Pisces. Aquarius doesn't like labels. So even though this is supposed to be a romance reading, I don't think it is. I think it's going to be something completely out of this world. Setting the intention now. for this a deeper layer of messaging. And let's see what we get. Remember, you know, you are receiving this reading in the knowledge of who you truly are. That is the ritual we're doing. So if you know that you have your favorite car, if there's a car that you have told yourself is impossible to get, like some of you don't know, you can be in a new Bugatti right now. I think you made yourself believe like, oh, I can't afford these type of cars, or these cars are bad on the environment, but you don't really care about the environment. You just are salty about not being able to get the car. So you're just building belief. I've done shit like that before. So like you're kind of dispelling all of that. And like you want to receive this reading as if you're in that car right now. Like you're listening to this reading and you woke up in a brand new Bugatti, hearing the peace dealer give you this reading. You don't have to, it doesn't matter how you got the car. Are you some mortal? Are you a mortal? And shout out to the mortals. All right. Shout out to the humans, human gang, right? I'm human too. I'm just saying, are you a muggle? Do you worry about how? Don't you have magic of your own? All right, just make it happen. Just be like, I have a Bugatti now. And now that Bugatti has no choice but to find its way to you. How much do you even want to pay for it? I'm only paying $500 for the nicest Bugatti. Someone with the nicest Bugatti will look for you. I used to believe this was bullshit, y'all. They will look for you and they'll be like, hey, I don't want this Bugatti. I'll give it to you for $500. I swear to God, you are that powerful. There is that much opportunity out here in this world. Make it simple for you. This could happen in a year, 2 years. If you say you want it now, I'm not waiting a year. That's it. That's it. AI pays you. I get paid by artificial intelligence. It's paying me to drive. This is boss. This is what I'm saying. Like, who do you know you are? There's no limits. Okay. I get cheeseburgers and pizza delivered to me on command once I say M. Night Shyamalama Lama Lama. And then I snap 2 times. M. Night Shyamalama Lama Lama Lama. Cheese pizza. Boom. So I have cheese pizza and it's being delivered to me. Now, this is not to objectify. I don't know why it happens this way, but it's like somebody with the most beautiful set of boobs. I don't know why it's always that, but like that's just what's coming to me, and then I eat the pizza. M. Night Shyamalama Lama. No, we did that already. The cheese pizza's on its way. Okay, cool. So like that's it. Oh, let's do this again. Might have to be like King Richard of the King of Cups. Okay. I don't know why, and they're just so round and voluptuous, and they just look so good. Damn. Breathe in love. Always infinite possibilities. They really are. Oh my God, Dove Visions. All right, this is it. This is it. Are you ready? Are you ready? What is this deeper message? And I feel like for those of you who are here, you're meant to be here. And let's see what we have with this reading. See, pull up and ask me, did I want his car right when I was thinking I liked it? Next day, bought it for $275. That's how I got the bike. Although it was a little the pedal bike, although it was under different circumstances, it kind of showed me. All right. No, I haven't seen King Richard, but I might have to check that out. Ooh. Okay. So what is the underlying theme? You're going to see this before I see this. Remember the Seven of Swords? Yep. I feel like you're being stopped. Somebody is watching you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Someone is lurking on you and doing some research. The Page of Swords is literally an agent from a government organization. And I don't feel like it's even just hating. It could be haters trying to get information on you to basically smear campaign you. But I feel like for some of you, some people are doing their research on you. Okay. For some of you, this could be stalking. I would say the Page of Swords is an underlying theme, monitoring spirits, is you coming into information as well. It's you learning a new language, but I would say it's also you coming into fresh information. Whether you know, because the seven, is it an aqua card? Good question. It could be. I think it's really just air sign, but it might as well be, you know, the Page of Swords, if this is you doing this, because remember, we had the Seven of Swords, could be you gaining intel. But if we remember that Seven of Swords was looking away and sneaking that way, this is the Page of Swords looking at that Seven of Swords. So it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. And it's like, you know, maybe if some of you felt like you're being watched, I don't want to like enable paranoid feelings or behavior. You're feeling something. The Page of Swords isn't malicious. It can be. Let's see what's under it. Oh my God, it's malicious. Okay. You got some people talking shit. Oh shit. Okay. I want to say this is angelic protection. But like, this is crazy. Okay, whoever's doing this does not like you. This is very petty. This is someone that's talking dirt on your name and they feel betrayed. They want blood. This is crazy. Now this is crazy. Okay, okay. Who did you piss off? And I feel like you're not even entirely like, I think you may not be aware. See, this is kind of giving Stan energy. It's like, I don't even feel like you may be aware that someone has a revenge arc with your name written in it. Now, this is just the reading. That doesn't mean that has to be your situation. Because with the Page of Swords, it could even be someone who's doing research on your behalf. So let's gain a lot more context, all right, to see what this means, right? I can see why, you know, there's effort to, or I don't think there's effort, but right now someone is doing research to help me create something. Thank you. Thank you. Five of Swords, Three of Swords could be betrayed, because the Page of Swords is also gossip. I hope that's why I'm like, I hope this isn't the love reading. This with the Five of Swords and Three of Swords is gossip. It's like smut on your name. And the Three of Swords could be betrayal. So it could be people trying to get information from you so that they can use it against you as well. Just be careful who's a fed. Like, there are people who are said. So yeah, but angels are always watching us, because behind that there's an angel that's protected, right? While you might be busy. Like someone trying to call me a con just to make me look bad because I'm exposing their ass. And so they want people to think that I'm not legit, but that's not really going to work. All right. Because we really do this shit. All right. So what's the main core lesson? We have the world. And that's very interesting, because this may also look like pocket watching. You're coming into major success. So what I'm picking up from this is like, you may get involved with someone who's very well known in the world, or you may break through success that puts you on a higher platform. And this is going to really involve people who want the scoop. They're going to want to do research on you, because this is you enjoying your success. The whole lesson of this is research. So why do we have this gossip around you? The whole lesson of this is completion. All right. It's fulfillment. It's wholeness. Focus on self is good advice. The thing is, you're not even checking for this. You're not even worried about this. I don't think it's something to worry about, but it's important to know there are people who are itching to gossip about your success. Was it achieved legitimately? You know how people be trying to tear down and diminish success? I think some people are very jealous. All right. They're very envious of what you got going on. Some people are just weird in general. The challenge we have here is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is moving around. The challenge could even be a knight that's set from this page organization, right? To try and shake things up for you. So if the knight is actually a challenge, it's coming through very fast, and it's like somebody riding in a Camaro and they whip out like a pistol, right? Well, like, it looks like you're well fortified with the world here. But I think the Knight of Wands is also you gaining passion. The Sag Knight could actually be an ally that represents your own creativity that you are challenged to really invoke in order to really step into this completion. Knight of Wands could be like traveling to another city for work, or it could be on like going on a road trip, making a slight move. It's definitely keeping the passion, but let's gain more context. So the foundation we have is the Magician. You are turning your thoughts into reality. And I really like that the previous reading we had was the Queen of Pentacles, because this is another, signature archetype of actually knowing what you're doing. Especially with the Knight of Wands, this allows you to balance this passion quite accordingly, right? It's not only you. Like, I think the challenge for some of you may be to travel to come into this success. Like, there could be, let's say you're 4 hours away. This is you leaving the desert in Vegas, and now boom, there's something in California happening, right? Or it doesn't even have to be out of your town. I think the challenge is to really whoop up the resources which you have in order to really come into this completion and success. For others of you, you may be traveling with this accomplishment, right? That could also be another thing to kind of take it, to go on. I think a lot of you, this is you traveling. Like, you may be going around the world. This could be your first step to travel the world. Maybe because of business, or maybe because you're doing something very significant. Okay. So definitely really awesome. Monique, good to know. 1 hour. We started this at 3. So is that what you mean? Like 4 p.m. PST? Let me know. Like, your alternate time I usually do is 5. So I could kind of push it back. But yeah. Okay. 30% Nija. That's what's up. So now the Magician is talking about, once again, having all the resources. You're working with real magic here. And this is going to be a very proper foundation relative to everything you're assuming, and literally for everything that you keep telling yourself, and that you are affirming, and that you are assuring, and you are making real. You're making real. Too early for EST too. Good to know. 3, 4, 5. That's 6 EST. So if I did 4, that would be 5 EST, and then 5 would be 5, 6, 7, 8 EST. So yeah. Beautiful. Shout out to you, Ellie. So this is interesting, because now the past position of what you're moving forward from is spiritual attack, the 9 of Swords, this dark night of the soul, all these mental projections you've had to overcome, and really be in a position to realistically, okay, 1 hour later would be better. Shout out to y'all in the UK. I definitely got y'all. Okay. I wanted to do a bit earlier at 12 for the UK audience, but I'm trying to find a really good medium. I noticed really good results with 3 p.m. PST. 5 p.m. EST would be 2 my time, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anywhere from like 2 to 4, you were saying. So that's not bad. I could do a little earlier, 2 p.m. 1 to 2 p.m. would be late night on UK. I'm definitely going to put a survey out for sure. I'll definitely put a survey out. I'll put it on my community page and I'll see what we could do. But this is talking about you overcoming struggle, overcoming anxiety, some of you sleepless nights. And look at this hater right here. Some of you are feeling this like envy. I think a lot of it is realistically like, you know what I'm saying? This sense of feeling these mental projections. There's a lot of anxiety y'all might be going through, but I really do get the sense that a lot of it is really like psychic attack. I think a lot of you, because the magic you're doing is legit, you're getting psychically attacked to psych you out of your position, to have you feel like, oh, that's not magic, you're making it up. Oh, you making it up, and it's gonna bust a cap in their ass. It's called magic. It's coming from your brain, from your imagination. And you know, the semantics are not really working with you. I lied. I'm gonna make a poll right now. And then I'll make another poll on the community page. Boom. Let's see which one wins. So I think in the past position, you may have worried yourself about this success. And it's very beautiful because you're literally right before the completion. 9 is right before 10. You're this close, right? And I think it may underscore how powerful your intentions are, like a seed that's burrowing underground. So it may not even be visible to you how effective this is working. But I think you're very aware. So I take that back. That being said, shout out to Dr. fucking Luke. That being said, the crown we have for this reading is the 10 of Swords. Oh my God. So before we had the world, now we have the natural completion. It's so interesting. Some of you look like you're expecting the worst. Your outlook is almost preparing for the worst to happen to you. But what's interesting is it almost looks orchestrated. Like with the Page of Swords, once again, the 10 of Swords could also represent the end of a difficult way of thinking. And this is where the stuff you're saying to you, this is very powerful. The magician could represent you really telling yourself, I got this, I'm a winner. You know what I'm saying? But the outlook could look anything but. You almost could look, it almost could look like not the opposite is happening, but that nothing is happening. Right? That the ground is probably unfertile, right? And difficult circumstances going by. But that inner magic that's working ahead is actually what's pushing things forward. You deciding to continue on the spell you are crafting in your reality, no matter what things look like. So the Page of Swords only sees this. And they're trying to hate on you and be like, see this? That's what's happening. And then there's the 5 of Swords. So they're lying and reaching about stuff. See, oh, this person isn't doing stuff. They just suffered this loss, blah, blah, blah. But they don't know that you're cooking that fire below. They don't know you're about to unleash havoc on these streets. They don't know you're actually working on a magnum opus and masterpiece. All right. So it's very interesting. And now let's see what this next step is. The next step that we have here is the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles surfaces in the future when you receive money when you least expect it. The Page of Pentacles is reinvention, which is very powerful because you're going to be going back to the basics concerning something significant. Do you see how this does not even begin to look like a romance reading? I don't even know what to think about romance. If we're talking about a romance reading here, it's like, you're the one and you'll meet the one, but your love life could look like a barren wasteland. But this is about you coming into everything that you are worth and completion and fulfillment. And this could be an archetype of this partner that, you could be making moves for, could be making moves. The Page of Pentacles is talking about a gift. It is talking about reinventing yourself. It is talking about really coming into healthy innovations, doing your workout regimen in a different way, beginning to make money in a different way, going back to what really helped you come into a financial sense of flow. But I also feel this as like a new gift now that you are letting go of certain things, more of a concrete, practical movement here. Aqua Season said, get that romance shit out of here, bro. I knew this would happen. I was like, nah, I just don't feel like we're going to get what we think we're going to get. All right. So who are you showing up as? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is powerful, guys. This now puts so much context. Now we know where this Page of Pentacles is coming from. Your new money. You're burrowing this seed from the ground. And this is where you're finally seeing elements of this seed break through. This is awesome, guys. A lot of this magic you've been doing, that, your external environment has fought against you in resistance to try and have you look crazy. Not that anyone's forcing you, right? The Page of Pentacles is like a seed has sprouted. It's like you're seeing a small tomato, and it's like, oh, my tomato seeds are actually growing. Soon it's going to be an entire field of tomatoes, but you're just looking at okay, we're actually bearing fruit. All right. And you're just looking at it with love because it's like, I've been working. I've been racked with anxiety around whether what I am magic crafting is even coming through, where every time I magic craft it, there's everything in front of me to have me give up and quit, and we live. So I really like this Ace of Pentacles because it's really showing you as the source of this healthy new beginning. And we have the King of Swords. This is the Aquarius. Like, you are an expert at what you do. People are looking at you like an expert at what you do. And now this puts more context to people doing their research, where some of it may not entirely all be hating, but some of it might be with the Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords and with the Three of Swords, these are not your friends. These are not your friends. Page of Swords, Five of Swords, Three of Swords are gossipers who are talking to you for information. They plan to spin that information. They don't mess with you like that. They just know they need to be amicable so that they can talk with you. So be very careful about who you are giving information to. Be very, oh my God, I'm actually going today as well. I love it. Be very careful about who you are giving your information to. And what's also significant is if you ever had anxiety around imposter syndrome or around whether you got that good, you really do got it like that. You're not only offering your value, it's coming from the highest point of expertise. Like, you are really good at what you do, especially with the Magician. Like, you do your own tricks. You don't have anybody writing your songs for you. You don't have anyone writing your material for you. You do this by yourself. You are like that. Okay, and I think you're seeing this breakthrough. So the guidance that we have here, and Dove Visions, the three cards we have are the not Page of Swords and the Five of Swords, which means that they really are just coming to gossip and give a counter narrative. They're not looking for, if we had like the Four of Swords, then they're looking to mend things. They're looking for smoke. Like they just want to argue. And the Three of Swords lets you know they do not have good intentions. Like this is someone who's wanting to betray you. This is someone who's wanting to hurt you. All right. And the Page of Swords comes through in the form of gossip, talk, knowledge with no wisdom. It's just people saying stuff, right? Just to get stuff in the air. And you look literally unbothered. You look like you were stressed with some other stuff, but like that's behind, it's literally behind you. So the guidance we have here is the Ace of Wands, baby. Take that firing hot stick the moment it's offered to you and grab it and grab its throbbing self. Pause. But like this is going to be very hot and ready, like the $5 pizza. Pause again. And the reason why this is significant now is that we know that this knight is an ally. So this knight is someone who's going to rush in that you complete with. You might be the intellect and they may be the passion here. And this may actually blow your mind. Now, this could also be the one, if we're talking romantically, that this romantic partner who's going to rush in and try and get in your pants, and offer you their stick, is seeing you as an expert in your field, like someone who is very sure of themselves, because you are, and someone who is very objective and calm, like you're the intelligent one, right? And they're the adventurer. Okay, so the challenge could, now we know that this is somebody that's going to offer you a brand new opportunity. This is a sacred exchange being made. Okay, this could even be the person receiving that. This is so much greater context. You are offering something very grounded and highly valuable, and they're like, take my motherfucking money. You know what I mean? Or you could even be the one investing. Like this is what you have grounded is going to draw in something very exciting. Who 100,000% wants this? All right. And that's the challenge with the Knight of Wands. It's coming in hot. Word to any man, but it's coming in hot. I had to say that. It's coming in hot, very fast. It's not the Knight of Pentacles that's going to, prepare some stuff. The Knight of Swords is going to leap towards it. The Knight of Cups is going to peruse their way there. This is, bloop, where's your mom's at? Like, it's just hot and red. It's just boom, straight there. So I got to watch out for a student that could be an op potentially. That's a good question. I don't even think they're an op, bro. I think they just want to gossip. I think it's, and you'll know. By the way they're talking, they will give red flags. So you'll know, you're coming up as the king, right? The King of Wands versus the Page of Wands is literally night and day. The Page of Wands can try and outsmart the king, but the king already knows. The king already knows what they're trying to do. So you're not even bothered. You're literally not even bothered. So that being said, whoop, whoop. What is the slap them gossip demons with love? What is the outcome to a very powerful second reading? Oh, thank God, yes. All right, we Gucci, baby, the light. And that's cool because we had the moon. Now, we had the Wheel of Fortune and the sun. So the outcome to this Aquarius season so far is very, very awesome. Okay, we have evolution and now we have joy and happiness. Okay, so if this is in terms of a romance reading, this wiener is going to make you very, very happy. Okay, okay. I think what's also really cool is the joy that comes from overcoming people jumping you spiritually because they were jealous of you and they knew they couldn't stop you. So they had to try everything to impede your path, and you still just gained illumination because you got that good. And who doesn't want that? Quite literally. Remember, this is the world. That's the lesson. So it's fulfillment and happiness. That's the promise this Aquarius season. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use myself as an example. People who are mad because I'm actually the real deal can call me a con and a fraud all they want. We are still going to be out here doing the Lord's work. We're still going to be out here raising the vibrations. And, you know, whenever you want to actually learn your motherfucking moon sign, we'll be here. Holla, we got a team. I got Pharaoh, I got Marcy, and we recruiting people. Like, it's cool. We got the gang here in the chat. We are all some magicians in here. So, you know, it's cool. When you ready for that real magic, come holler. All right. And this is very beautiful because I think a lot of this is going to really make clear this next frontier of joy. So once again, the challenge and the guidance have a lot to do with taking advantage of the opportunity as soon as it strikes. Not putting up that offer, like saying yes, because I think it's clearly something you're gonna want, right? Acting off on it immediately. Oh, I split the deck when I wanted to put the Ace of Wands, and I got the Ace of Swords. And look what's under the Ace of Swords, the Lover's card. So this is going to be great epiphany. There are going to be important conversations had where it's very mutual and obvious that there's something here. For those of you who wanted more of a romance read, it doesn't even have to be romantic as far as like a passion. You could develop a new hobby or a passion that you really love to do. But this is going to be very clear. You're going to, whatever it is you have to offer is being sought after, I think. And that's the beautiful thing, because I think maybe you have been deceived by people who, or maybe just gossip around there that what you have to offer isn't really that like that, which is a lie, which is a lie, which is a lie. Okay. So that's really beautiful. It's going to be very clear on both sides. And this is going to be a sacred exchange of sorts. So Aquarius, thank you for coming through. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Shout out to you guys tuning into this reading. You are the most important part of this reading because this is building in on the ritual. It is definitely like that. We're going to do our final reading. CB, thanks for joining us. For those of you who are leaving, please understand you're going to experience supernatural causality that will confirm your experience here or speak to it as you release energy. So enjoy that, however that may come through, which is why we have the disclaimer. For those of you who have just joined, this is a ritual. So it's going to really take your intentions and it's going to amplify on them. Okay. Amen. Which is still one of the best readings I've ever done, which just opened me to a whole host of family dynamics and synastry and how amazing and awesome it is. Shout out to Tree Hills. I definitely want to do a project with you from Gemini to Gemini, and we could just narrate and rap and talk. That'll be dope. And sing. So the Gulf of America. Let's go. All right. Hades is telling me that this final reading is going to be dark. Normally we do career here, but this final reading, Hades is telling me this is geared towards unveiling something you may not have been ready to hear. But in now realizing this will release a lot that has been hidden in plain sight from you. It's going to illuminate maybe things that for your protection were kept secret. So if you don't want to be traumatized, Hades is saying you should leave this reading now. We ended off on a good note. Hades is saying we got the sun. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just leave this reading all happy and charged up, I would leave now because I'm just picking up already. This last reading is outright diabolical. And it's going to bring awareness to certain things that if you're not ready for, may low-key traumatize you. But if you are really ready for that, okay. So this is supposed to be the career part of the reading, but Aquarius don't do labels. So it's not going to tell us career. It's going to tell us what it wants us to hear. So let's just see. Okay. All right. Watch it be like the most lovey-dovey romance reading. And I'm like, what are you talking? That would be diabolical. Okay. Hades giving informed consent, which is crazy because Hades never gives consent. Hades is going to force itself on you and then like threaten to murder you if you tell anybody. Anyway, the underlying theme we have here, oh God, yep. We got the High Priestess. Okay, we need to do an NDA. We're doing a soul NDA. Okay. The High Priestess is an underlying theme, is talking about intuitive and spiritual channeling, strengthening your intuitive cord, and getting ready for revelations that will shock your mind. I'm going to split the deck. We do have the Seven of Pentacles, so be patient with it. And what's under this? Oh, wealth. Oh, you're going to be excited. Okay, the Ace of Cups could be marrying into a super wealthy family, but it also could be a spiritual awakening that sets up this fulfillment of wealth. And this is going to be some of you watching something develop quite literally out of thin air. All right. So the High Priestess wants a soul NDA. Some of you, right, you're dealing with forces that are exclusive, and knowing that you're being spied on, they don't want you to speak a word of this to anyone else. You're getting ready to be revealed some celestial, high elite tier quality. And this is the language of your intuition between you and the divine. So the soul NDA, should you choose to accept, is that everything you are about to be revealed, please keep it between you and God. This is why I was saying with the Page of Swords, you are going to have some people trying to get information. And these are going to be people who may unknowingly or knowingly be working for the enemy, whoever is your op, whoever sees you as less, whoever is committed to seeing and treating you as less than you are is your enemy. That is your op. It is what it is. So the soul, and if you agree for this soul NDA, say, I trust. I trust myself. I trust. Keep this between God and I. Got it. Okay. Because you're getting ready to be revealed some of the most extraordinary supernatural knowledge that will now complete everything that's been really unveiling for you. And this is, for some of you, this could be communication and connection with somebody who you want to keep secret that you're talking to. Like, you shouldn't, no one else should really know because you're trying to name drop them or because you're excited about a certain development, because this is going to probably excite you with that Page of Wands. All right. The Ace of Cups is something that you're beginning very heartfelt. This is a spiritual awakening. This is literally new feelings. Okay. So for those of you who have signed the soul, I was going to say spirit NDA, but it's a soul NDA. A soul NDA is much deeper. Even though your spirit is your soul, a soul NDA is much deeper, that is now really incorporating the core of this. You're signing with your core. So if you are ready, the main lesson we have from this is the Eight of Swords. Okay, the Eight of Swords is quite literally the theme of what I was talking about. You are blindfolded on a certain issue. Okay, and Kurt, I did kind of speak on the academic situation earlier. I didn't really speak too much on it, but like what's happening with academics is as simple as he's coming into the karma of the ways that he's pissed other people off in this media circuit. So people are looking for any reason to cancel him, and they're reaching and stretching on stuff. Not to say that DJ Academic's behavior isn't more than questionable, but there's certain nuances relative to knowing when someone is making a horrible joke or acting in a certain way versus trying to push a narrative to now make certain things more important than they really are. So this is Pluto that is in Taurus's 10th house, where for Chris Brown's situation, like Pluto is the predator. Hades, the underworld, is the predator. So people are trying to activate this reputation of him being a predator. Chris Brown is also a Taurus. He's suing a collective organization for putting himself out there as a predator. So this is what's actually happening to Taurus. Academics is not a victim of any of this. Like, he's kind of admitted on his channel, he knows what he's done. And so if people are trying to band against him, he knows that he's worked his hand in that. And what I love about this is you're going to see that Taurus is resilient. This is no different than how people tried to cancel Mr. Beast, but Taurus has their own money and they're resilient. So if it's nothing like actually serious, they're just going to dust themselves off and they're going to move forward. Like this is the Taurus arc, basically. The conversation was diabolical. The only reason why I don't care is because Academics is not Martin Luther King Jr. Like, I don't watch Academics to hear anything. I'm watching Academics to crash out and to say some out-of-pocket shit. Everything as a part of that conversation that was said was diabolical. It was sus. It was weird, just like the 15-year-old said it was weird. And it was just typical shenaniganery. So I'm not defending the behavior. I'm not going to defend that it wasn't that. But like, I've heard this man say way worse live on stream. Like, what he said with LeBron was way worse. Like, this was light in comparison. And we can isolate how bad it is to groom a 15-year-old. But we can also put in context the toilet humor and nature of the conversation that really now allows you to understand that, as disgusting as it may be in isolation, to kind of make it more than it is to try and cancel somebody, I think is disrespectful to people who are really groomed, people who are really molested, people who are really assaulted. At the same time, Academics didn't really have to piss off as many people as he did. So if all those people are using this as an opportunity to step on his back, that's his karma. He has said as much. It is what it is. But, you know, I hardly think any of this is important. Ack is not really newsworthy to me. Like, he'll tell you, like, he's not really that important for this to like be in a news cycle. Personally, we watch him to see him crash out. And personally, and to report the news, what he said about LeBron, I'm not going to repeat it, but it was actually comedy. But yeah, that being said, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny, but it was actually comedy. But like, yeah, that being said, this 8 of Swords is quite literally overcoming limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts. I appreciate you, Kurt. So like I was saying, the theme of this reading is going to make you aware of certain things that you were not really aware of. And what's very significant about this is you are overcoming limiting beliefs that you were told to adopt, that you maybe have, you know what I'm saying, activated on your own, right? And that you are in a position to realistically kind of see through. All right, it's you quite literally feeling stuck, and the whole purpose of this reading, I would say, is literally coming out of this sense of feeling stuck, coming out of these limiting beliefs. You're going to be changing your thoughts to effectively change your life. Okay. Now, with the High Priestess, this is going to be your intuition guiding you while blindfolded. And this is going to require you stretch your imagination and your mind around the way you personally, literally, some of you are playing blind swordsman, though. Some of you are acting like you're more limited than you are. But the challenge we have here is the 10 of Cups. So that's another important thing with this, especially some of you may not realize you're able to work your dream job. And outside of a career reading, limiting beliefs may be challenging you from seeing that you have the emotional fulfillment right at your fingertips. But if you're focused on the past and you're worried about what could go wrong, you may not realize what's already there. The challenge is to really own gratitude And if you really trust what's being revealed, I feel like some of you are being shown synchronicities and signs about situations that don't look possible right now. And you feel stuck because you feel like there's anything you have to do about what you're being revealed. All right. When really the challenge is to just embrace this fulfillment, claim this fulfillment. If you're stuck, you're too busy worried about how it's supposed to happen and maybe what you're supposed to do, when all you have to do is just literally claim what is already yours and what can't miss you and what you are unconsciously being guided, all right, to experience. Now, we do have the Hermit, another powerful base card. The Hermit card is like coming into a victory and keeping it on the hush. So like if you and your family came into really great news, the Hermit card is you literally keeping it to yourself. You're not really, the Hermit card is really enjoying this bliss and emotional fulfillment by yourself. You know what I mean? Like with your family, like you're not trying to really broadcast it. It's you really, and this is a really good look. The only thing with the Hermit card though, and the Eight of Swords is this may quite literally help uplift you out of these limiting beliefs the more you just kind of focus on what you got going on. So we see you're minding your business. The past position that we have here is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands I see is someone who sees your potential even when you don't see your potential. But I also see this as recent success in business where you were bold. You were bold in expressing yourself. The Queen of Wands could be an actual queen, however, who is really helping you kind of uplift out of these limiting thoughts. But I see this maybe as an aspect of what you've recently accomplished and achieved. And now the crown to this reading is the moon. So we do see this aspect of the moon again, which really now explains more the Eight of Swords, because with the Moon card, the Hermit card is you very internally focused. With the moon, the path is not clear looking forward. So it's like, you know, you're going to be successful, but you may not have a lot to show for that. All you may have is just this belief that you're going to make something out of what you're working towards. The moon can represent situations and scenarios that you sense very powerfully is headed in a direction. But like the Ten of Swords we had in the previous reading, it could look like anything but. You could look delusional when actually you're on point. There's great expertise within a lot of not only what you're focusing on, but look, eyes closed, eyes closed, eyes closed. So this is deeply internal. It's nothing visible. It's something that's very deeply sensed and felt. All right. So this could even represent being in the blindfolds and being able to really move around by just intuition alone while you feel the most limited. Okay. And not having to know all the facts and not having to know all the details that really can't be known as things are currently. Normally, when the facts can't be known, is because there's certain variables that are still actively happening that will determine what these things are. So it could even be too soon. Like if you were told what's happening, then it could change in 5 minutes. And it's just better to just not know. I don't know. That's not the best analogy. But the next step that we have, okay, is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, remember, we initially in the first reading got the Page of Pentacles. Or no. The second reading, we got the Page of Pentacles. And now we got the Knight of Pentacles. So the next step is confirming. We also got the moon in this position. You are stabilizing what you're actively working on. Those of you who are starting something new, you're going to stabilize consistency and income. It's whatever you're working on. Like the Knight of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups is having a happily ever after that lasts. The Knight of Pentacles at its worst is just boring because it's like, oh, wow, like we're keeping this thing stable. But it's actually a very promising card in this position because you're establishing utility. It's like creating a cryptocurrency, but that crypto coin has utility. It's not just like a meme coin. Like you can spend it at certain places. It's actually valuable as a currency. Like you can actually use it as an alternate form, and you're going to be able to establish so much more consistency through your reliability. And this could also represent a connection between this, queen and knight, where one is a lot more passionate and bold, and the other is a lot more grounded and analytical. All right. But I really just see this as just different phases coming from this excitement and then grounding it, right? For some, peace is born, right? So you're showing up as the 8 of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo, 9 of Pentacles is Virgo. So you are hard at work, my friend. And it's good for a career reading because you're actually putting in quality work. Remember, we had the Ace of Pentacles here. So the work you're putting in is not only fire, it's quality. There are people who are very excited and passionate about the work that you do because it's really good. Like this is literally showing all of that you have accomplished. These are the coins you've had, and your only focus is on this work. If anything, the 8 of Swords could represent someone who wants to open up to you, but might be a little bit shy to. And I'll show you what I mean. So what's around you is the 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're busy. You're busy at work. I think Ari pulled that card today too. The 10 of Wands means you're burdened. You look like your plate is full. Like it's this responsibility of carrying your own work that's getting you through. And this is where I think now this may not even be you. This may be you. Like this is all pointed towards here. And this could be someone who they don't know how to really connect with you. Like they don't know how to approach you. Like they could be writing a message to you, and before they send it, they just delete it every time. They feel limited, not realizing that like y'all are fulfilling each other. But I want to move forward that this is you changing your limiting beliefs, right? And you're doing the Lord's work, yo. You're putting in very good and valuable work. Because even though your plate is full, it's not overwhelming you. You're still carrying it all. This is what is ensuring the success. So to see the Knight of Pentacles moving forward is really significant because it is speaking towards you gaining more consistency, you strengthening. Knight of Pentacles is filthy rich. I know we look at the King of Pentacles, like the Page of Pentacles is going to denote from like $100 to let's say like $9,000 or $10,000. Knight of Pentacles is 10 racks and up. We're dealing with like 6 figures, 7 figures. Knight of Pentacles is like making millions a month to a year, right? I would say the Knight of Pentacles is making millions of dollars a year, and the King of Pentacles is making millions of dollars a month. The Knight is making millions a year. The King is making millions a month. But it's still more about the consistency. The fact that the work you're doing will produce a certain net income because of what the reliability and the consistency you've put it into it. Okay. And this is all off your own merit. This is not because someone put you on, it's because you're putting in that work. Now, the guidance we have here is this angelic great management. So this is really good for career reading because this is also talking about making your work a dream career, working at what you do and realizing. I think a lot of what you guys do. So some of what I'm picking up very clearly is that some of you are working your own business, some of you are working a job, and you don't realize it's your dream job. Like the 8 of Swords could be you focusing on limitations that stop you from working your job the way you want to work it or living your life. Because many of you, your career does not involve a job. A lot of you watching me, your career does not involve a job or work. Some of you are just working just because you want to, right? But now you're going to release these limiting beliefs and realize that you're working your job the way you've always wanted to live that. And the guidance with temperance is good management. This could be in the form of a manager that frees up a lot of time for you, especially because of the 10 of Wands. The temperance card is talking about moderation, not working yourself thin. With great delegation and with great management, you're going to really take great entrepreneurial approach to what you're currently doing. The fact that this is guidance is very significant. Temperance isn't going to go cold turkey. It's like temperance is going to say, okay, I'm going to do all my work, and then by 5 p.m., I'm just going to go to the bar and relax for the rest of the day. And now you're balancing different aspects to where you're not just working all day and then you're just like partying like the other days. It's like you're doing everything, and happy birthday, bro. You're doing everything in moderation. You feel me? And I love this as guidance. This is actually really dope. The temperance card is also saying to incorporate stuff you wouldn't normally incorporate in your lifestyle, and to do a little bit less of whatever there's excess of. And this is, of course, going to switch stuff up. That's crazy. You're being managed by L. Oh, I love it. That's so awesome. So yeah, for you may meet people who embody this temperance archetype, it's Sagittarius, and they can be in a position to free up a lot more time. Now, the outcome we have here is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is most definitely talking about cutting something off for good. You goddamn right. We need to get bonus cards. And this is that Page of Swords. Okay, so this is coming towards this gossiper. That's kind of crazy. So this reading has come back full circle. Okay. I feel like in doing things maybe in moderation, it's going to help you overcome this. But I think that's very revealing. So this is really the majority of the reading. And then we have this monitoring spirit here again. This is kind of crazy. So I see this as you still coming into the success, but now you're going to overcome this limiting beliefs by releasing this relationship with not just an individual person, but maybe this societal expectation in the air, the gossip, the buzz. I think you will be cutting your losses. I think you will be cutting a lot of sources or influences off. Okay. That's kind of crazy. What a way to end that too. Of course, after this, we do have the Sun card and the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like that has to be dealt with. Let's see how that looks like relative to here. Whew, that was crazy. Yeah, the future position is not where you want to see the Three of Swords. The best case scenario of this card appearing in the future position is that your reading serves as a wake-up call to analyze your relationships. You can work to ensure that nobody is capable of delivering heartbreak to you. And if you heed this guidance, it really won't. You can scrutinize some possible cruelty towards someone, regardless of your intent, and mitigate it now before it does any karmic damage. Do not let the presence of the Three of Swords in the future position ruin your reading. It is fundamentally a weak card and can be influenced by the presence of other cards in your reading. So that does confirm what I was saying before, where it's like the reading for us is going to end at this Knight of Pentacles, where regardless, we're going to be much more grounded in wealth. But that Three of Swords will open up the opportunity where if you're not following the guidance, and thank you, MS, if you're not following this moderation and you're not putting everything in great management, this is going to open you up to get betrayed by gossipers versus you punching them in the throat with love and with positivity. All right. Some people just need a positive throat punch that inspires them with so much passion and love. Okay. So yeah, that's beautiful. Those were our 3 readings. Can you do a recap? I just got on. Well, I think for sure we can look forward to assured material gain, more earthly power, more groundedness. It does look like we are seeing the work we're doing this season break through into something that's so much more tangible, that represents intentions that you have been making for a while now. You're effectively turning your thoughts into reality. And it's once you do this and come into this completion that the gossip is going to start to come through. So this season looks like, whether you go viral or not, right? I think, because it could happen to people around you. This may not just happen to you or at all, but it's like with the proper management and guidance, you won't be too sucked in to gossip from others and trying to go back and forth versus just minding your business like you're already doing, and you'll be straight. So now we're going to do the live readings. Jessica, thank you very much. I got you. All right, good to know you. Cancer, Sag. 8th houser. Okay, beautiful. So Jupiter's in your 7th. All right, so we're going to start with, of course, oh, Denise, by the way, welcome to the gang. Denise, you've joined God Squad, so you also get a card. I think God Squad is the $9.99 tier, so we got you on a card. Divine Rights, I'm not sure which tier you joined. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Divine Rights, I got you on a card anyway. Welcome to the membership. So nice. We're gonna start with Linda. We're gonna start with Linda. Okay. Shout out to y'all on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in. So what do we have with you? Ooh. Dove's Visions, thank you so much for tuning in. So the underlying theme that we have, the 10 of Swords, is you, I think, as an underlying theme, ending a difficult situation, ending, I think, a difficult course of dialogue that may have brought stress. It could be seeing an abrupt ending to something. And for context, we do have Justice, and we do also have the Queen of Cups. So this could be being on the same page. Well, no. You're this Queen of Cups. This is totally you. So the Justice card, I think, is you being backed by karma. Because now look at this. This Ten of Swords looks like someone that is dead or on their last legs, almost looking to gain healing from you. This is you, I think, overcoming whatever the situation was. And because of the righteousness you've moved with, you're gaining a decision and ruling in your favor. But I think you are coming with all this legal law power, whether it is official law or not, and you're deciding others' fates, specifically someone who may have given up. And now that they've given up on something, they've either come to you, and whether you decide to help them or not is in your hands. But the Queen of Cups and Justice card is a very powerful combination, and it's kind of representing you being on the same page, getting all your paperwork right. And it's definitely very powerful. It's definitely very advantageous. It's definitely very revealing as well. So that's really cool, and it's glad to know that that's happening. So Giselle, let's see what we got with you. Let's see what we got for you. Angel gang, angel click. So underlying theme we have is the Moon in Libra, the Two of Swords. I like how both of you so far got swords cards. So in this case, it's quite literally you not opening up about important matters. The Two of Swords is you not letting emotions from others influence the decisions you'll be taking intellectually. So you'll have how you feel about it, but then you'll also be operating in a much more logical way. So you're not making emotionally impulsive decisions. Two of Swords is also saying you're not going to let peer pressure from others force you to make a move before you're ready, which is important because we do have the Emperor card here. And it looks like a bonus card wanted to come out, this Wheel of Fortune. So you are establishing powerful authority. And it almost looks like getting your affairs in order without letting people know that, you know, you're getting ready to completely evolve and expand, which even with this Seven of Swords and the Fool card, people may not know you're embarking on this brand new adventure and you're getting ready to evolve everything. So the Two of Swords really reinforces not even so much hiding, but you're just not letting people know what's not their business. It's kind of like, you know, you might have received $2 million and you don't let the person you're talking to know that. It's like, no, if someone asks, how are you doing? You're just like, oh, life is good right now. You know, it's very wise actually. But yeah, I really like the Emperor here because it is signifying this powerful sense of authority you are very powerfully establishing. Okay. So next we have Divine Right. Divine Rights, we do have the Queen of Wands coming in with the Ace of Swords. So you are not only feeling the boldness and excitement of your position, but the Ace of Swords is saying to speak the truth, speak your truth. The new ideas that will be emanating from you, you want to communicate as passionately as possible and to take this new idea wherever. And it could represent you coming into an epiphany too and a new way of thinking. I love the Ace of Swords. It's one of my favorite cards. I'm alumni, so I'll take one for the team. Plus, I could surely use the insight. I feel like the Ace of Swords is going to be you putting people on to some new ideas as well if you're not receiving it. So I think that's really beautiful. Okay, Nina. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. The underlying theme we have is the Eight of Pentacles. So the work you're putting in is very much so valuable. It's very much so worthy. This is you. It's pretty much saying, keep up the great work you're already putting in. And the main card we have for you here is the Moon. So this is going to be the physical vehicle for you to accomplish your dreams, but to really realize a lot of the visions you've been having within. It's like, this is your dream realm, and this is what you're imagining as you're putting in the work, right? The Moon card is like creating your own personal reality that only you can make sense of and enables you to maneuver. And I even have some bonus cards for you. It's like with the Emperor and the Ten of Cups, it's once again establishing this emotional fulfillment, but it's through this dream that maybe only you can bring into fruition. because of the work and the good management that you're already putting in as well. Okay, so not only are you keeping up the good work, but it's going to have you realize potential that you quite literally could have only dreamed of. All right. So next we have above and beyond. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shout out to Little Crab Astrology. Thank you for joining us, bro. All right. Absolutely. We got star-studded cast who's come through. Above and beyond, yo. We do have the Fool card, which is beautiful as an underlying theme. You're embarking on a brand new adventure. You're taking everything you've learned from the last lesson and you're getting ready to apply it towards this next step. And the more open-minded you are, the more fun you're going to have. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So you are applying this towards employment. This could be a new way to repurpose work you're already doing. And it could be a new job. The Fool card would mean that the work you're putting in is work you've never done before. So like if you're used to being an electrician or an engineer your whole life, the Fool card is like now you're a DJ, right? You've quit your 6-figure paying job to become a DJ or to, become a veterinarian. Like you're going to put in good quality work into a brand new field. Or even if you're in the same field, you're going to do this in a way that innovates that field. Okay. So Divine Rights, thank you very much for gifting this membership. Let's see. Awesome. Welcome, Markel. Denise, Lady Ochoa. Thank you, Divine Rights. So we do have the King of Wands, which does represent an entrepreneurial spirit. And I think the forward motion and control, the authority over your passion. This could also be a central male figure in your life who carries this passion. And we do have this with the Nine of Wands. Now, the Unicorn is also coming out. So I get the sense that you may be consoling somebody who is going through anxiety. This could be you overcoming anxiety, either about this individual or this male, or about, just the struggles of life. But the Unicorn, I think, is going to be unconventional. That's beautiful. Unconventional insight that uplifts you out of this. I feel like this may not be you, though. This could be someone you're dealing with that's going to discover how unique and powerful and important they are as well, if it's not a reflection of you and how you feel. Okay. Yeah, son. No problem. Markel, we do have the Wheel of Fortune for you. So this is this path of evolution as you are expanding what you're working on and evolve into the next level. But I feel like in this sense, it's like every action you're taking is very powerfully aligned with where you're meant to be, with who you're meant to do it to. And it opens up more risk you can take, knowing that fortune is by your side. Oh my God. And we got the Ace of Cups, bro. So brand new spiritual awakening. This could be new love, new feeling towards feeling new emotions, developing new feelings towards romance or anything in your life. But this is definitely a brand new experience that I think is going to take you to the next level, quite literally. And I think that's awesome, man. You literally just got that. Next we have Jessica. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, okay. Jessica Hinkle, because I see Jessica, you also joined too. Jessica, thank you. We know you're Sag moon and rising. So Jupiter has gone through your 7th house. It's evolving it's transcending your thoughts around who you partner with. It's going to go into your sign in July. Beautiful. So we do have this King of Wands, and the two cards we have are the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So I actually pulled this before. I think it's interesting to get the 8 and 9 because this, I think, could represent thought projections from somebody who you could be involved with, this King of Wands, but it could also represent that Sagittarius rising and moon. You overcoming these, of course, limiting beliefs, this anxiety. Being in the 8th house as a Sag rising, you're constantly feeling other people's feelings. So I think it's you really mirroring and overcoming this, and being put in a position to reclaim a lot of these thoughts. But let's also pull the Magician here, and that coming with the King of Cups and the Sun card. I think is the polarity of this, where you have all the resources that are necessary, and this is going to really bring in greater comfort and joy. All right. If this is attached to a partner that could be expressed through the King of Cups and Wands, then it looks like that as well, if this is romantic in nature. But yeah, very powerful themes, very powerful themes. So next we have Vamar. All right. Vamar, thank you very much. We know your Taurus rising is actually being aspected by Uranus right now, which you were born with in Libra. So it's getting ready to transform the innovative power you are born with. I love your chart. Like, it's so powerful, the Libra in your chart. And Jupiter's evolving your finances. So this is having you express genius, while the new moon in Aquarius is activating your legacy. A new 20-year cycle and awakening your legacy for good, which is awesome. Eclipse is going to be in that 10th, 11th. And not surprisingly, we have Jupiter in Pisces, which you have in your chart. The 9 of Cups, which is you coming into great satisfaction. You want to really take stock of everything that will bring you satisfaction and feel it. Tap into that Jupiter Pisces power. And the main card we have here is to not concede. 7 of Wands is this very weird aspect of people thinking they know better than you when you have the advantage. You dealing with people where you might feel outnumbered, but you're defending what you have earned. All right. If people make you feel like you didn't earn it, you really did. The 7 of Wands is maintaining your advantage. It's victory. This is actually the card of victory, but it's victory that's hard fought over those who try and take what you've earned, and you're defending this position. So you have the advantage through actually knowing what you're talking about. That's a Mars and Leo card. And as long as you do not back down, you are going to be golden. You're going to secure all that you've come into, which I think is a beautiful message. All right. I love the 7 of Wands. Chelsea Perez. So Chelsea, underlying theme here we have is reinvention, Page of Pentacles. This could be going back to the drawing board around how you make money, how you work out. I think something you've been working on is bearing fruit in a new way. And this is going to really, this is going to really give you hope towards what it is you're growing and building. Now we do have the 7 of Cups. So it's the creative visualization that's going to really help you break through this. 7 of Cups has a lot to do with escapism, and it has a lot to do with, getting lost in distractions, seeing so many different options. But because you're staying grounded and focused, this is going to really help you see through the distractions, see through the fool's gold, and really creatively visualize. This is especially significant if you work online. So if you work at home or online, you will see some traction here that will allow you to realistically break through accordingly and to really add more stability here. Next, we have, oh, okay. We have a special situation with Jessica, but before that, we're gonna do Monique. Okay, Monique, let's see what we got with you. We have a message from Aquarius on the way. I'm gonna do, yeah. I don't want to do it, yeah. So Monique, we do. I don't know why this King of Wands keeps coming up, but this message is very recurring. King of Wands is definitely as an underlying theme talking about the passion, the mastery of your passion, and the way you carry yourself in owning all that you do creatively. And we do have Justice, and as a bonus card, we do have the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, Financial Flow. These are the two cards in the deck that actually hold scales, by the way. So I don't think it's a coincidence that I felt the need to pull a bonus card, Libra, Moon, and Taurus. So the Justice card is you being on the same page with everybody. It's making sure paperwork is signed. You have intellectual property that's, really put together, because the King of Wands is really good at like running a passionate enterprise, but the paperwork has to be right. Libra rising, that's good to know. Justice, I think, is then you showing up with this Libra rising, being put in a position to bring, like a hero, justice to others, and making sure that you don't allow people to not be on the same page as you and to have these important conversations. But this is a sense of victory and financial flow with the Six of Pentacles, where the money is going to be flowing the way it needs to be flowed. You're going to be on the right side of justice and karma. Any way in which you have been wronged, you're going to make it right, which I think is a bellowing confirmation, and I think very significant as well. So last but not least, Jessica has sponsored a message from Aquarius. So we're going to do a 2-pile pick a card reading, which I think should be pretty awesome. Okay. For the chat, raw and filtered with alien insight. We'll have the outcome, the breakthrough tip, the supernatural activation, and then we'll have the gift. I love it. Yeah, Aquarius channeled that crazy. Ooh. Oh, you already picked the 2. Okay. I'm feeling that 2 is pretty powerful. Pile 1 is the Magician's path, and we'll label Pile 2 the High Priestess path. Okay, in honor of the first 2 majors. So the underlying theme we have here is the Devil. We wanted raw, we wanted unfiltered. Aquarius is freaky. Aquarius is like top 3 freakiest signs. Okay. But like, yeah, the Devil card is saying to explore your inner freak. Normally, the Devil card will be not letting material limitations create addictions and chains that chain you to with attachments. But that's not what I'm picking up. I'm picking up you need to tap into your inner freak. I think some of you have kept it locked up, and it's time to let your freak flag fly. I mean, don't get arrested. Don't get arrested. I'm just saying, like, this is going to have you explore elements of the taboo within yourself that have been greatly repressed. And for a lot of you, that could be through sex, right? And of course, not being too addicted to these vices, but allowing your vices in certain senses to work for you, if not with you. Oh my God, stop. Yes, a lot of people don't know that she kind of wrote that song around me. Like she kind of, I saw her come up with the idea, and she kind of just wrote it if she says like another person wrote the song, it's because she don't want to take too much credit. She actually just came up with it. Like it was pretty dope. I'm not even supposed to say that. Keep that between you and I. But like, it is what it is. Too much of anything could kill you. You know what I mean? So we do have pile 1, and then we do have pile 2. So we're gonna stop with pile 1. Okay. So the first card we're gonna look into is what is the gift of this Aquarius season through this new moon? What is the gift that you are awakening, activating, unlocking, completing, receiving? Boom, baby. We have the 6 of Cups. No, I do not do reversals. I am not about that life. All right. Maybe at one point I will. We're not doing that. It's too messy for me. The 6 of Cups is the soulmate card. This is the birth of innocence. For some of you, this is reconnecting with someone in your past life, in your early childhood. Someone who you're meeting again, but for the first time. Like this is very innocent. This could also represent very comfortable environments, really reminiscing and feeling the way you did nostalgically, bringing that old feel back. This is Sun and Scorpio. This is the sauce. So this is the gift. And I feel like with childlike, and the reason why that's very important is because with this Devil card, this could actually start out or have the potential to be very sexual and dark. So there's still going to be this innocent basis of connection that's pure, that doesn't really get distorted by the freakiness of the devil. Okay. I don't know why I did that. All right. So the 6 of Cups here we have. And then the supernatural ability, power, gift, the supernatural quality you are awakening that is going to really segue things to a much more extraordinary level is the 10 of Pentacles. You're going to break through with wealth. And that's where with the 6 of Cups, this could be connecting family, tradition, wealth, and family. For you, the supernatural you're awakening is money, like the supernatural power of building wealth, passive income. Like any money issues will never exist. I don't even think you ever had money issues. Like this is just going to avalanche money. Like $500,000 right now. You know what I mean? And it's very interesting with this soulmate card with the 6 of Cups because it could represent a family. You know, the 10 of Pentacles could be like having grandchildren, right? So we're talking about long-term wealth here. That's the breakthrough, is supernatural breakthrough. Now here's the breakthrough tip. What is the tip to really break through with this? We have the 3 of Cups. Celebrate pile 1, especially with that 6 of Cups. The more you have fun with each other and get to know each other, the 3 of Cups is literally being at the bar or a club, genuinely having a great time, enjoying your wealth, not just letting a portion of it sit, but being with friends you care about. This isn't talking business. This isn't trying to like figure stuff out in your life. It's having fun, whether it's outside or inside. It's enjoying and celebrating your life and your successes. And the outcome we have here is the Ace of Cups. Jesus Christ, what an amazing message. Wow. This is a new baby. This is a new idea. This is new feelings. This is a spiritual awakening. Okay. So this gift is going to really make way towards a very beautiful and harmonious new beginning for you. Okay. Estate planning could be any of the cards. The estate planning, which could be like a 4 of Pentacles card, it could be every of the cards could speak on the estate planning. So the Ace of Cups could be a new feeling regarding estate planning. The Three of Cups could be meeting people you'll plan with in a casual setting, right? I wouldn't say a specific card speaks to that versus how you interpret the cards. The World, though, Four of Pentacles, those are certain cards that could, but that's a 10 of Pentacles would also be estate planning, 10 of Pentacles. But yeah, pile one, this is looking like wealth. This is looking like innocence and purity. This is looking like fun. We want to look at the presence of cup cards, 3 cup cards, and then this grounded Mercury, Virgo, 10 of Pentacles that has you really just bask in this fulfillment of wealth and these new feelings, this new love, sparking up a new part of the legacy. So thank you. That was pile one. Now we have pile dos. What is the gift, pile two, that you are coming into from Aquarius? What is this gift from Aquarius? We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have outright evolution. You're winning the you're hitting the jackpot. You are quite literally evolving. And evolving is very arbitrary because when are we not ever evolving and expanding? So this is, I'm going to use hitting the jackpot. Like you're winning the lottery. You're coming into a direct expansion here. And that's where with the Devil card, it's like, as long as you do not indulge in excess, this is going to be very awesome. Right? This is saying to push your luck, try your luck, see where it takes you. Because now the supernatural awakening, the supernatural breakthrough for you is the 5 of Swords, right? The 5 of Swords to me looks like aggressive telepathy. It looks like people realizing the hard way that if they mess with you, they really can be screwed up. It's like you might be thinking about someone talking dirt on your name or talking directly to them, and then it starts to lightning storm. I know this is a great exaggeration, but for this to be actually like a supernatural breakthrough or a supernatural gift, the 5 of Swords is speaking of the scattered mind. I think for some of you, it's so powerful, it can bring a chaotic sense of energy. This is Venus in Aquarius, where if there aren't purity around you, it can intensify who tries to like get in the way of that, who tries to argue with you, who tries to play contrarian. I also see this as victory over your foes, and you're going crazy on them. This is you telling off somebody in a way that might feel empty, but you're petty like me. So you're like, serves that motherfucker, right? Serves that bitch, right? So, you know, the smoke is going to clear, and it's just you counting the bodies you have collected through your massacre. 5 of Swords is more, you know, misunderstanding, miscommunication, but it could be the scattered mind that comes from the frequency of your energy because it's so powerful. Now, the breakthrough tip we have here is the High Priestess. So it's saying to really trust your intuition. The more you tap into your inner rhythm, the more it's going to have you work this chaos control. And of course, we would get the High Priestess for the High Priestess deck. So it's like you understand your inner rhythm so well, you can predict synchronicities before they happen. And this is saying the more you really trust into what is intuitively being revealed and into your own personal practices that may only make sense to you, the better. I literally split this on the unicorn. So some of you are really like that psychically and spiritually, and people have no idea. When you tell people you're a high priestess, they think you mean figuratively. They think you're like some artsy fartsy wannabe fairy princess who thinks she's psychic. They don't know you can read their mind. They don't know you can tell them what dream they had yesterday. Like, they don't know your practice is legit. You know, you're not the fugazi psychics out there. You know the entities and the spirits you connect with. You're very tapped in and connected with other realms of existence. And it's casual for you. All right. So that's why I feel like with the 5 of Swords, it's like people who've been throwing energy on you. I don't think they have any idea that you're fierce with the clapback and like you're very peaceful, but like you'll deliver calamities on those who need it. And that's why it could throw people off, because you can slip right back into high priestess mode, which is just very calm. You can be very calm about very catastrophic things happening to people, because you know that maybe it's just their karma. All right, the outcome we have here is the star. Wow. Wow. And I like how both readings kind of mix. Like the Ace of Cups is coming from that star. The star card with the Wheel of Fortune, you already hitting the jackpot. You are the dream come true. Your dreams are coming true. This is Isis. This is the supernatural. And that's why I think it's very interesting. You got 3 major arcana and 1 5 of swords. And that 5 of swords popped out in the supernatural gift portion. So for the 5 of swords to be working in your favor, it's like you have all this positivity that you are emanating. For you to strike lightning and thunder means that there may be people trying to abuse their power with you. There may be people who are trying to really screw with you, and you're going to fuck them up. I don't even want to use that language, but that's what the 5 of swords is. It's like you're very composed, you're very, very regal, you're very, very spiritual or holy. You're very holy, but at the same token, it's, you know, Maricon La Chinga Madre. Like, I'm sorry, I try to do that. I just see you cursing out someone, and everyone's like, damn. And like you ripped them an ass on, and you're walking along just holy and dainty, and just like you didn't just ruin someone's whole world because they really tried you. And I think that's very beautiful. Because this is still the inspiration and rejuvenation. I see the 5 of swords in this context as demon slaying. I think you're an exorcist. And the 5 of swords is also coming through. If you picked pile 2, there are people who may treat you like you're some kind of con artist or like you're some kind of fraud. And you're making it very clear that you are beyond the real deal. Like you're not an entity from this earth. All this is very outlandish to say, but everything that has to do with you is bigger, better, larger than life. So this is you really clapping back at those who are blaspheming the Holy Spirit by denying the work of God you're doing. And that sin is unforgivable. And it is what it is. So this was beautiful. This was very fun. I think this is a very successful tarot card reading. Thursday, we're going to follow it up with the pick a card. We're going to go back to the Demon Slayer deck. We're going to do this pick a card reading. So you guys stay blessed. Tomorrow, we're going at noon. Tomorrow at noon. Oh, by the way, let's look at the results. By the way, the time that won, the time span that won, guys, I should have done this earlier. I apologize. But it looks like 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. got 50% of the votes. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then the next was 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. PST. And this was out of 116 votes. So I'm going to do another poll. But it looks like half of the voters, like 50, not even 50, like, yeah, 58 voters voted that I do 5 to 7 PST, which is going to be like 5, 6, 7, 8 to 10. Later is always better personally. Yes, 8 to 10 EST, Eastern. All right, so that's very interesting. You guys stay blessed. Of course, I think there's significantly less UK voters, so we'll take that into account. Most people maybe already asleep, but yeah, I do like that time period as well. I do like 5. I think 3 to 5 is pretty good. 5 was usually some of my best performing nights. But yeah, that being said, y'all, This was very beautiful. Once we end this broadcast, look forward to outright miracles occurring because of your own magic amplified with the rest of us here. And until next time.